Hey guys, my name is Marta, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about They Shoot Horses Don't They by Horace McCoy. This is an American modern classic published in the 30s and belonging to the genre that is known as an American Noir. Very much in the style of film noir, then the book takes place in the West Coast, so in California, and it's about this man and this woman whose biggest dream is to get into the cinema industry. At the beginning of the story, we find out that our narrator, the person from whose eyes we will see the story, is being judged for murdering this woman who is our other main character in the story, whose name is Gloria. The book then is told in retrospective. Our main character remembers how he ended up killing this woman at the same time as he is testifying. How we find out then at the beginning of the story that he was an aspiring director who one day met Gloria, an aspiring actress and a woman who is very sad, very depressed, and whose life has been very much affected by the time period the book takes place in, which is the Great Depression of the 30s. Our main character and Gloria have a pretty different view of life. While our main character has this big dream he hopes to be able to accomplish, Gloria, despite dreaming to be an actress, is constantly thinking about death, about dying, and doesn't really see a purpose in continuing to live. At the beginning of the story that our main character says, both of these characters find out about this dance competition in which they will have to dance non-stop, day after day, and at the very end, whoever wins will win a lot of money. They enter this dance competition, and while they are participating, they enter this world of money, competition, and a lot of bad ideas. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very capitalistic world. There are these sponsors who are constantly coming in and sponsoring some of the couples. There are people who leave the competition because they can't take it anymore and are eliminated, and it's overall a small place in which you can really sense this very suffocating atmosphere that makes it look like our characters' personal hell. In this place, the characters meet with different people, different dramatic events start taking place. There are a lot of discussions, there are a lot of conversations on money, a lot of desperation is also going on because everyone wants to win, everyone wants to get this money because they all need it. And at the very end of the book, as you can tell because of how it began, our main character shoots Gloria. I am not going to go into much details because this is a very short book and talking too much about it would be giving away many spoilers, but as you can predict from how the story is told and from the time period the book is set in, our main character doesn't kill Gloria with bad intentions at all. In fact, the why he kills her is justified by him saying, as the title of the book says, "They shoot horses, don't they?" A phrase that clearly summarizes the normalized violence in the United States in that time period, and how killing with no particular reason in mind was normalized, especially I am trying to say when it comes to killing an animal. This is a book that I really enjoyed reading and that I enjoyed way more than I expected. I had never read a noir, but I tried to watch film noirs because I wrote an essay a month ago about film noir, and I tried to watch some films in the genre and they weren't really of my particular taste, so I was really surprised to really enjoy this. And this is a book that is very short, that is initially easy to read, but that has way more meanings than it seems on a first glance. And it's also a book that is filled with an imaginary that is very beautiful, very goldish, and that really contradicts with our main character's moral scenes. As you can see, and as I have already said, they are submerged in this sea of constant disappointment that they seem to not be able to escape, in the same way as they are not able to leave the dance room, or in the same way as when our main character looks at the horizon, he is told to close the door and not look at the sun setting. It's that image, I personally believe, is a perfect metaphor of how his dreams are not to be achieved, how he is basically forbidden to accomplish them, and it's an image that is worth reflecting more on that I am doing now. So yeah, not going further into that either. This is overall a book that as film noir, I am cracking internally every time I mention film noir, because I still have vivid memories of me writing that essay, so that's funny to me. But yeah, this book as film noir is very morally grey, morally ambiguous. There are no bad characters, but there are no good characters either. Everyone has their own ideas, their own wishes and dreams that they want to accomplish, and the book clearly depicts a world in which individualism is very much present. This is also a book that would be worth examining in terms of the differences that happen between how male characters or main protagonists, for instance, and Gloria see the world, and how the Great Depression affected differently both men and women. And also, it's a book that really shows the meaningless of life, especially at the very end when Gloria dies. It's a book that is very nonsensical, at the same time as very existentialist. It's a book that is perfectly comparable to Camus' The Stranger, not only because of the existentialism in it, but also because of the golden imagery. In fact, the same sunlight that appears in the sky in this book could be comparable to the sunlight that blinds the main character of The Stranger before he kills the Arab. This is a book that is very depressing to read because of how raw and straight to the point the writing style is, and it's a book that is very much worth a read, and that despite its short length has a lot to say about the world, the individuals, and the United States in the Depression era. I overall gave this book 4 stars. It's a book that I did not expect to enjoy as much as I did when I picked it up. In fact, I was just looking for a short read to balance the big books I'm reading and my university reads, and I somehow found a book that could even make it to my top reads of the year. This is a book that I would like to go back to in a few months and explore in more depth. This is a book that poses a lot of questions, not only on the money obsession and capitalism of this time period, not only in the individualism that characterized the society of the time, but also on things beyond that, such as on justice, such as on life and death, and even on the purpose of life. This is a book that is very depressing. This is a book that features a pretty dark humor at some moments, and overall a story that is, as the title and the last line of the book suggests, one that will make you examine not only the society of the time and of this particular place and time where the story is happening and where the story takes place, but also in general, since, spoiler alert, ending of the book, our main character justifies Gloria's death because he sees her the same way as his family had killed a horse because he did not serve anymore, because he was old and could no longer be used. It's a book that then can also be examined through the lenses of utilitarianism, the lenses of what's the purpose of life. I think I've already said that, I'm repeating myself a lot. And yeah, it's a book that poses a lot of questions. It's a book that you can see through many lenses. It's a short but theme-heavy story, and it's a book that is set in a dancing competition, something I had never seen featured in a novel before, and that within this small space clearly illustrates the atmosphere of obsession and growing heat because of the competition and because of the different fights that happen start to build up in as the story moves forward. So overall, a 4 stars read, or a book that I clearly recommend to anyone. I don't care what you like to read, because this book is readable, this book is worth seeing a lot, this book is worth examining in more detail, and yeah, I think that's all. I will be looking forward to reading more from this author. That's all for today. Comment down below if you read The Cute Horses, Don't They? Comment down below if you've read any other of Horace McCoy's books. What were your thoughts on them? Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I hope your day's gone amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!